Welcome to 5 Minute Nerd episode 40, where we break down everything nerd culture into 5-minute segments. Since this is a bicentennial episode, this means it is time to explore my favorite part of nerd culture and one of the most enduring elements of fantasy, dragons. Today we will be exploring dragons in gaming. From towering beasts that scorch the skies to ancient guardians of hidden treasures, dragons are a staple of video games. So let's take a look at some of the most iconic dragons in video game history. Number 8. Dragonlord from Dragon Quest. We kick off our list with Dragonlord from the Dragon Quest series. As the final boss of the original Dragon Quest, the Dragonlord set the stage for generations of RPG players to battle their way through dungeons and face down a terrifying dragon-like menace. The Dragonlord is significant not just for his role in the series but for establishing dragons as a critical part of the RPG villain playbook. Number 7. Onyxia, World of Warcraft. Our first of two dragons from the World of Warcraft universe, Onyxia was the original raid boss back in the game's early days. Players would journey deep into her lair to take on the brood mother of the Black Dragonflight, battling through waves of enemies before facing her fiery wrath. For many WoW veterans, defeating Onyxia was a badge of honor, and her legacy still lives on in the game's lore. Number 6. Paarthurnax, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. We journey to Skyrim for one of the most complex dragons in gaming, Paarthurnax. Unlike many game dragons, Paarthurnax is a peaceful, wise dragon who teaches the Dragonborn the ways of the Thu'um, or dragon shouts. He's one of the few dragons in gaming that truly questions the nature of good and evil, as his past actions align him with some dark choices, but his current mission is one of redemption. The moral dilemma of Paarthurnax's fate makes him one of the most compelling dragons in gaming. Number 5. Rathalos Monster Hunter series. If you've ever played Monster Hunter, you've likely heard of Rathalos, the fire-breathing wyvern that's been tormenting hunters since the original Monster Hunter game. Known as the King of the Skies, Rathalos is a ferocious predator who flies above players, swooping down with terrifying speed and launching fireballs. As one of the flagship monsters of the Monster Hunter series, taking down Rathalos has always been a rite of passage for experienced players. Number 4. Deathwing, World of Warcraft. Next up is Deathwing, the destroyer from World of Warcraft. This colossal dragon was once a protector of Azeroth, but corruption transformed him into one of the deadliest beings in the game's universe. Deathwing literally reshaped the world during Cataclysm, an expansion pack that saw the landscape of WoW change forever after his violent return. As a raid boss, Deathwing was an unforgettable challenge for players, making him one of the most iconic villains in World of Warcraft. Number 3. Bahamut Final Fantasy series. One dragon that always seems to find its way into lists like these is Bahamut from the Final Fantasy series. Often portrayed as the king of dragons, Bahamut appears in numerous Final Fantasy games dating back to the very first title. Known for his overwhelming power and signature attack, Mega Flare, Bahamut has been a reliable ally and a fearsome foe throughout the series. Whether he's a summon or a boss, Bahamut is an essential part of the Final Fantasy legacy. Number 2. Spyro from Spyro the Dragon series. On the opposite side of the dragon spectrum we have Spyro, the lovable purple fire-breathing hero of the Spyro the Dragon series. First released in 1998 on the PlayStation, Spyro became an instant icon of the 3D platformer genre. He's small but mighty, taking on enemies across vibrant worlds using his fire breath, headbutt, and gliding abilities. Spyro isn't just a fun character, he's become a symbol of the childhoods of many gamers who grew up with the early PlayStation era. Number 1. We have to end this list with one of the most notorious dragons in gaming, Alduin, the World Eater from Skyrim. As the primary antagonist of the Elder Scrolls V, Alduin isn't just any dragon, he's a godlike figure destined to destroy the world. With his dark scales and glowing red eyes, Alduin wreaks havoc across Tamriel, and as the Dragonborn, it's your job to stop him. His imposing presence and connection to the lore make him one of the most memorable dragons in gaming history. Dragons aren't just recurring characters in video games, they represent power, mystery, and the ultimate challenge. Whether they are evil overlords or unlikely allies, their presence in gaming speaks to our fascination with these mythical creatures. From Alduin to Bahamut, dragons add scale and stakes to the games we love. That's all for today's episode. Let us know in the comments which dragon is your favorite, and be sure to check out our other episodes for more nerd culture breakdowns. Thank you for listening to the 5-Minute Nerd. Remember to get more nerd culture broken down in 5-minute segments. Don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to this channel.